Well, cricket fans, if you blinked, you might have missed it. The first Ashes Test of 2025-26 at Perth Stadium is over, done, dusted, in 2 days. This wasn't just a cricket match. It was a demolition job, an absolute statement from Australia. And it all revolved around two men who decided to rewrite the script. Let's rewind. Day 1 was pure chaos, with Mitchell Starc ripping through England's top order, leaving them all out for just 156. Australia ended the day with a small lead, and England probably thought, okay, we're still in this. The pitch is doing a bit. We can fight back. And that brings us to day 2. England started their second innings, needing to build a big, imposing lead to put the Aussies under pressure. But that plan went up in smoke faster than you can say baseball. The Australian bowling attack was simply relentless. Scott Boland, the man who just doesn't miss his line and length, was a nightmare. He was like a surgeon, expertly removing Duckett, Pope, and Brooke, exposing every single nerve in that English middle order. Then there was the debutant, Brandon Doggett. What a start to his Test career. He wasn't just there to make up the numbers. He was a genuine threat. He bowled with serious venom and bounce, taking out Jamie Smith, Bridden Carse, and Jofra Archer. For a debut, that is the stuff of dreams. And of course, there was Mitchell Starc, ever the aggressor, still snarling, still hunting for wickets. He sent Crawley and the big fish, Joe Root, back to the pavilion before shattering Ben Stokes' resistance with a classic late-in swinger. Just like that, England collapsed, all out for 164. So, the equation was set. Australia needed 205 to win. On a spicy Perth wicket, that's not exactly a walk in the park. You'd expect a tense, nervy chase, right? Well, think again. What happened next wasn't a chase, it was an obliteration. It was the Travis Head show. Travis Head walked to the crease, not as an opener, but as a man on a mission. He looked at the pitch everyone else was struggling on, looked at the English bowling attack, and just decided to play a different sport. He smashed 123 runs off just 83 balls. Let that sink in. A strike rate of nearly 150 on a pitch where most batsmen were tiptoeing. He hit 16 fours and for huge sixes. This wasn't just the innings of the match. It might be one of the great Ashes innings of the decade. He took on Jofra Archer. He launched Gus Atkinson into the stands. And he danced down the pitch to Ben Stokes like it was a Saturday afternoon club game. England tried everything. They bowled short, they went twice. They tried thing worked. Travis Head had an answer for every single question, and usually the answer was the boundary rope. Stephen Smith said it best after the match, that innings was out of this world. And everyone watching knew exactly what he meant. While Head was causing carnage, Marnus Labuschagne played the perfect, supporting role at the other end. Calm and composed, making a crucial 51 off 49 balls. By the time Head was finally out for his spectacular 123, the game was over. The fight was gone. Australia needed just a handful of runs. Fittingly, it was Stephen Smith who calmly tapped the winning run through the offside. Australia chased down 205 in just 28.2 overs, scoring at a mind-boggling run rate of over 7. So much for baseball. Australia just responded with their own brand of bazooka ball. Perth Stadium erupted while the English players just stood there, completely stunned. They looked like they'd been hit by a freight train. The post-match presentations told the whole story. Player of the match, Mitchell Stark, was all smiles. He praised the team effort, highlighting Boland's brilliance. Livestream and of course. Wateka led something to watch from Travis Head. He just looked so comfortable, even without his longtime partners Pat Cummins and Josh Hazelwood. Ben Stokes, to his credit, was honest and raw. He admitted the result was emotional and praised Head's knock, saying, when he gets going like that, he's almost impossible to stop. But he ended with a message of defiance for more games. Long way to go. He knows England has to regroup, and fast. Stephen Smith, the winning captain, was cool and deadly. He loved being on the right side of a two-dayer and showered his bowlers with praise. Kalingstock, unbelievable and exceptional, but his highest praise was reserved for the man of the hour. Calling Head's innings out of this world. And what about Travis Head himself, the coolest man in the building? He was almost nonchalant about it. He just said he was happy to open, knew England would try the short ball, and that he could have been out first ball. But that's the game. So what does this incredible two-day test tell us? For Australia, it shows that Stark is still a massive force. It proves that Travis Head is England's absolute nightmare, a puzzle they just can't solve. Scott Boland continues to be the most underrated bowler in world cricket, and Brendan Doggett is a serious new weapon in their arsenal. The entire Australian team looks hungry, aggressive, and completely liberated. For England, the questions are piling up. Their bowling attack is world-class, but they had no answer for Travis Head in God mode. Their batting looks incredibly fragile under sustained pressure. Their slip catching was shaky, and when Plan A didn't work, they seemed to run out of ideas completely. They need to find some steel, some belief, and some answers before the next test in Brisbane. Ashes tests that finish in today's are incredibly rare. Ones that finish with this much drama, this much explosive power, are priceless. England came out swinging, but Australia ended the night with a spectacular fireworks display. Courtesy of Travis Head, the series is 1-0 to Australia, and they're heading to Brisbane with a dangerous amount of swagger. The Ashes are well and truly alight. England needs to find a way to fight this fire, or this series could be over just as quickly as the first test. Thanks for watching, everyone. What a crazy couple of days. Make sure to subscribe for all the updates as we head to Brisbane. You won't want to miss a thing.